you instantly feel sorry and forgive him, or do you think that he is a lost soul and will never change his ways? I'm Alexa Pilgrim, and today I'm here to talk about people changing. I believe that all people have made mistakes in their life, and that God never gives up hope that people will change their ways. In the parable that Anna read for us, the man rejoiced because he had found his lost sheep, even though he left 99 other sheep in the pasture. Why would he do that? Couldn't he just forget about the lost sheep, especially if it meant putting the others in danger? I think this parable symbolizes people who have done good versus people who have strayed from the right path. The 99 sheep in the pasture are the 99% of people that live a good life and follow God's guidance, while the other sheep is the 1% that needs some more help. So the man rejoices because he has found the lost sheep and brought it back to faith. He had left the other sheep because they didn't need any help, and he went after the one that did. The story tells us that God is concerned about the single lost sheep, the kind of person a lot of us might rather give up on. There are all kinds of mistakes that people make, and oftentimes justice demands those mistakes are punished. But separate from the issue of consequences, I believe we should always hold out hope that someone might change their ways. So back to the bank robber I was talking about earlier. It's important to understand why he robbed the bank. Maybe he had a good reason to break the law, even if he must be punished for it. He is like the lost sheep that God always hopes to bring back to the fold. Instead of ignoring or judging the sheep, we should try to understand them by keeping an open mind and heart. My point is not that his mistake is justifiable and we should all go rob banks, but rather that we shouldn't write off someone who's made a big mistake in their life. When we are little, we categorize people into two sections, good and bad. But really, that's not what life is like. Many of us are a little of both, and sometimes the ultimate path we choose is influenced by those around us, whether they are supporting us and influencing us positively, or if they aren't supporting us and influencing us negatively. I've made mistakes in my life, but one stands out in my mind. When I was younger, 7 or so, I had visited Lake Tahoe with my family. My mom was looking for a new job, so she had a couple of phone calls while we were there. One afternoon, I was playing the board game Life with my brother, and I realized the reason he always won was because he cheated. I was furious at him, so I started throwing a fit. I was yelling at him and knocking things on the floor. Here's the thing, my mom was on the phone interviewing with the company. I knew that's what she was doing, and I was supposed to stay quiet, but I still threw a fit because I didn't want my brother to win a board game. And I ruined my mother's chance at getting that job, and when I realized what I'd done, I felt completely awful for it. In that moment, I was a misguided sheep who got caught up in something and forgot how to get back to the pasture. I was more concerned about myself and winning a board game than my mother. I felt so bad and just wanted everyone to forgive me. I didn't want them to write me off as a disappointing daughter. In the end, my parents gave me a second chance and didn't label me as a selfish kid. I know that's hard to keep believing in someone, even though it doesn't seem like they will ever change their ways. But what if your kindness makes all the difference? Don't be an idle sheep in the pasture. Be that person that helps a wayward sheep, no matter how hard it is. You might also be thinking, I will never be faced with a decision like that. But you actually often are. Maybe someone doesn't understand the math problem you're doing, and you're tempted to think they're just bad at math and can't learn. But instead of brushing them off, why not try to help them? Your kindness might give them the confidence to be successful. I realize this decision isn't as big as others I've discussed today, but it's just as important. Or maybe you have a friend that has repeatedly broken your trust. Instead of ending the friendship, you should find a way to protect yourself, but keep holding out hope that they will change. And you can also try to help them with your kindness. You don't know their situation, and maybe they are acting out for a reason. Basically, what I'm suggesting is that we should refrain from just standing by and passing judgment, and instead help someone if they need it. We have all made mistakes. If it's calling someone a mean name or robbing a bank, they're still both mistakes. That's just part of life. But decisions we make after our mistakes are just as important. Even if it's someone else's mistake. We shouldn't just stand in the pasture and watch a sheep walk right out of it. We should catch the sheep and help them get on the right track as it starts to move towards the edge of the pasture. And then one day, when you find yourself stepping towards the edge of the pasture, someone will be there for you. Thank you.